point guard.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes.
Well, the All-Star game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
And the shot is good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball, stolen by Thompson. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Thompson with it. Wade picks him up. The tray. The shot, no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show.
Out to Thompson, all sorts of time, and the shot no good, a bit short.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Durant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest.
Here's Westbrook, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we could add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roof.
Wade misses. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the '88 slam dunk contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night? So just so many great memories from this event.
Curry with a wide open look. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The three from Anthony. Shot is no good. Curry with the defensive effort. The West All-Stars with the ball. 4-point game. Another miss by Leonard.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
To the middle, deflects the pass. Wade passes to Lowry. And Curry pulls it down.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Powell and Marc Gasol? Two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anthony. Jimmy Butler comes in for George. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Kyle Lowry.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you can sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
On its way from Curry for two. They grab their own miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the Heat.
Wade gets the bucket.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And that drops, so they now lead by one. And both free throws good for Thomas.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
The drive by Bryant.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The West All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. The free throw drops for Kobe. And Kobe drops them both. Thomas with the ball. With one on the clock. And slam dunk by Butler.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pass. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the East All-Stars, Chris Bosh is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Andre Drummond, then it's DeRozan, and it's Thomas in at the point.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Shot's good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And, you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominant.
And the East All-Stars with some change. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Andre Drummond. James comes in for Chris Bosh. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Offensive rebound. Wade dishes to Carmelo. From deep. It's rebounded by the West. And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently. Another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting a huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
The West All-Stars have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Now here's Curry. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Trailing by 2. Thomas, good.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Dishes it to Thomas. Kicks it to Wade. From 11 feet away. Deep 2 from Anthony. Bank shot. No good.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Leonard with no one around. From outside, off the mark.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. Just totally out of sync. You can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dip.
Tries it from 19. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Another miss by Wade. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Puts it up from 15. They get the rebound. It's stolen by Anthony. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. And it's Butler missing.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. You want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Here's Anthony, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. A tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And Thomas, here we go. Stolen by Harden. Outside Leonard. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Outside Leonard. 14 feet away. Again, Leonard missing. Anthony up on top. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And would have counted it, and so it's a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. What a showing tonight. A sold-out building, the backdrop for our presentation. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast at such an amazing... Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final two quarters.
On the court for the West All-Stars, we've got Russell Westbrook. Durant is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Harden in a shooting guard. The East All-Stars have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Anthony. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Curry. Outside Westbrook. Launches a 3. Durant the pass to Westbrook. It's Curry outside. Rebound by the East All-Stars. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Butler missing.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut now to just 3 on the bucket from Leonard. Thomas goes in. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Thomas got 7 points in the game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now we'll send it over to Doris Burke for an update on Chris Bosh.
Guys, the head athletic trainer for the East All-Stars let me know the status. A very somber tone over here on the sideline, guys. It does not look to be good news at all. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
Doris, thanks for the update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
And Thomas, here we go. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Back to Leonard for the tie. And it's Leonard again missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
It's Harden with the drive. Outside for Curry. Westbrook with a wide open look. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. Westbrook's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. Thomas with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively, and it's LeBron missing. LeBron's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. For 3, Durant. That's good. Durant's got 10 points in the game.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup. And we know the All-Star game is mostly about entertaining, but trust me, these players still want to win, and what we're seeing is that competitive drive really starting to kick in.
1:57 left in the third. And Anthony gets it to go.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
I think you're right. You know, the complexion of the game usually does change at some point. Things get a little more serious. And, as you know, especially in the second half break, guys start to play with a little bit more intensity.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And that's what's starting to happen now. I mean, these guys are such great competitors. And even on a night as fun as this one, you just can't take that will to win away from any of them.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The East All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the second free throw, good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Curry with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Westbrook with it. Now Thomas defending. Outside for Curry. Lets it go with the 3. Thomas with the steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Curry against Thomas. Here's DeRozan, and it would have counted had it fallen, but and as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. East All-Stars lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
DeRozan out there with Anthony, and it's LeBron James. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Wade kicks to Thomas. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Good on the shot.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
From deep. Can't get it to go. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. James kicks to Anthony. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Durant's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Curry outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Fast break. Here we go. And Durant sends it back. They retain possession. And they're moving it up the floor. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Harden. 13 points for Russell Westbrook. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the West All-Stars.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight. Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Curry against Thomas. A 3-ball. Curry can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
They are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And he gets it to go.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
It's Curry with the drive, and Anthony sends it back. Down low, it's tipped. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. It's a one-point game. They get the rebound. Back to Curry. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Another shot. Kept alive. The kick out to Westbrook. A 3 from Leonard. Goes up again. Westbrook, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
DeRozan's shot is good.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. They trail by 3. Up top, Leonard. Outside, Westbrook. There's the triple. Another miss by Westbrook.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now. Nice numbers from D-Wade. He has 18 points and a steal. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
In fact, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
For 3, Westbrook. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
And it's DeRozan missing. And here's the West with the ball. And here's Leonard from 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. So he comes up empty at the line. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance. From this group, I don't think there's any question about that. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're down by 6. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, they're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
From deep, LeBron, no good. So the East All-Stars win it.
And for the Eastern,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied. And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some